Commentators, we've got Ying, Dorkaby, Kaid, so no major surprises there. Just going to open up the hatches a little bit with that Kaid ban, going to make things a little bit quicker, a little bit easier for the attackers. Mirror going. We're going to have like 4 teams.
Oh,
you know, we've got Talon, we've got SCARZ that have already made it in. We could potentially have FearX or Bleed. We're going to have Cyclops maybe. You know, there's going to be a... is going to be taken down to kick things off. That's the Azami gone. A big loss with those Kiva barricades. And no, you can't miss your shots like that, Mentalist. Good boy on the Vendetta is able to find the kill.
Not going to do a lick of damage onto him, and with Deimos bearing down as well, things do start to get quite pressured here.
Yeah, Reaps and Hoven just being forced deeper into Freezer, but managing to get a little bit of work done. Hoven finding Nova, that's the Blitz gone. That could be a big pickup, but whilst they go for the collection there, Good Boy's able to get in and take down Turdster, leaving us now in a 3v1. It's Rin to go in and find the final kill, and that is a position to be able to push, but again, it's just that attention to detail. It's those fine margins that are going to win and lose your games, and Mephi is going to pick up Hoven with a Vulcan canister kill. They're using their own gadgets against them.
That's not really meant to be how that works, I'm afraid. Nova is going to try and push down aggressively. He's already through the smoke, but an instant shotgun there, but a direct trade. Demic playing over the Blitz's shoulder. It's the only way to do it. Blitz might be great up, but if he does get shot and taken out, you need someone there for that refrag. Rin, he's picked up his second on the round as well, and Turd now has a bit of info here. Does have the FNAP that you could choose to play around, but instead goes for that challenge.
Yeah, and it's a good one to pick up. Brings it back to a 2 versus 3, makes it a little bit more winnable, but look at Mentalist health. Really, really low at this point. It is going to be tough. It's sort of 1.5 against 3, but I guess Demic is a little bit low as well. There's Deimos scans are still available. 1 has now been used, leaving 1 remaining just on the activation at the minute, giving that information out. As you can see, they know exactly where he's playing now, in there at Pillars, and there's the kill from Mentalist onto Mephi. And I tell you what, Turd's lucky to survive there at Pillar, but it wasn't for long as Good Boy peeks out, finds the kill, and that is it. In this 2v1 situation, with that information, it's always going to be difficult. He knows exactly where he is. Pre-fires with the vent.
He knows that Asfi is going to be playing down there and maybe try and disrupt him somewhat. Hoven, and yeah, taken out there by into Attic. Can make things a little bit difficult. Will get ripped. The plant does get stopped. Really need, because there are only with no on heavy drop here.
Turd managing to pick up a double, and this is looking good for Bleed. 25 seconds. Have to find. Do go in and manage to pick up Turd in a late trade. Mephi managing to get that one over, but 15 seconds left to go. There's not much time. Aggressive. Bleed.
Above as well. Maybe looking in for a bit of a hop in here through green window. The smoke's certainly gone out, and Mephi's going to put himself into that smoke and see if he can make use of Glaz's scope. But with no one clearing Attic, you can't just walk yourself with
that. Otherwise, Reaps is going to win this round.
It's not even been Rio'd. Attic isn't even reinforced from tier 2 to Attic. Rin will find himself 1 on an aggressive swing, takes down Turd, frantically flicking everything at the moment. But these players from Bleed, they're just digging in for this final 20.
Yeah, Bleed have still got somebody lurking up above. I'm not sure if it's Reaps that's gone back, but if it is, he manages to pick up Good Boy. 3 versus 2. I think Good Boy was looking to get above to try and clear that out, but there's no way that FearX win this now. Nova is 1 versus 3. Pistol only manages to find his man, but with the 1 up above, 5 seconds to go, he's going to have to get the kills. Doesn't have diffuser in hand. He knows that it's done, and that's going to be a great operator for down on this basement. The Amaru tries to go in, takes a lot of damage, but Rin,
no! He thought he was down.
Rin thought that they were down and are gonna be punished by us.
So it's going to be a consideration moving into this final 30 seconds. We've got Nova looking to push up a little bit more aggressively with the shotgun. Asfi, he's going to find one. He's still not done out of this round. Don't forget, he's been on 1 HP for the majority of it. Eventually shut down by Mephi. A C4 ripped and sent, but a close peek is going to be punished there. Mentalist, he's going to fall. Mephi's on for 3 here, leveled up at 2 men apiece with only 14 left to go. A great nade. It is going to force a little bit of a reposition, but with Hoven falling to Nova, there's a lot for Turd to do in only 6 seconds.
Tries to pre-fire around the corner, but the shotgun in the round, for example, just makes it a bit more tricky to do that, but it's going to be tricky for Mephi to do anything, and that's a big loss with the Soulless going down. A great opener for Asfi, but Goodboy is there to level things up, managing to find Reaps. Goodboy again onto Mentalist. Turd finds Demic, 3 versus 3 as we have an absolute flurry of kills in the mid-round.
Not a lot of time gone off the clock and already plenty of action. Asfi's got himself into Kid's going to find one onto Nova. He's already put shots in as well. Nova eventually going to finish off yet another. And with Rin, the only player surviving here, this is surely a bleed round, but with the players splitting themselves up into 1 versus 1s, if he knows about the player just on the other side of the bunk, which he doesn't. Building.
Goodboy just going to be feeding that information in from underneath, and this is becoming a real intel battle here as this army of Mephi is going to be picked up by the scan of Demos. It's just going to be a little bit of a battle as to who can use that intel better. Asu manages to find one with the nade, which is unusual, but and just get it locked out.
Bleed are quite split up at the moment as well. Reaps, he's going to win his one and Turd another. This has already become very doable as Reaps grabs 2 on White Stairs. Nova left in the clutches here. FearX have gone from a very comfortable advantage here to being right up against it. And Nova's just going to give himself away. He knew that there was a player there on White. Reaps just found...
Prize factor. I don't know exactly where they're going to use Mentalist. It's going to be the hatch drop. In he goes. He's looking to get himself into sight. The keeper barricade prevents where he wants to go, and it's completely failed. It's had absolutely no impact. Really well played from FearX, using that utility just to prevent, whether it was knowingly or not, it's still got the job done. Rin's going to take a ton of damage on the back stairs, dips away from the fight, but Demic picks up Turd elsewhere. 5 versus 2, and FearX looking good in the basement to get themselves onto map point.
Reaps has still got a big part to play here. There is a possibility, 30 seconds on the clock, and a player softened up on the side of FearX. Hoven finds Mephi, stun goes out, Reaps pushes off the back of it, Freezer already cleared, can now start to pick his new opponent. Goodboy, he's going to shut Hoven down and put Reaps in even more of a difficult position. He doesn't even know where the push could be coming from here. He's just got to take his chances and pre-fire. As far as FearX is concerned, they don't want to push this, but they've already given 2 away. 6 seconds left on the clock, doesn't find Demic. Tons of them to find those nice little almost one-way angles where there's no chance anyone's got anything, but Asfi, he loves this T3, doesn't he? Often rip open some of this floor along with Mentalist, but you've got to have someone below ready for the catch. It's all well and good disrupting those side players, but you need someone else there as well. What a punch hole, but it's been immediately done. He's in with a turn and burn ace.
I've got a question, did Goodboy need the punch hole? It's a soft wall, just spray through it and you're likely to get the kill. You know, it gives his location away and pays the price, but Reaps, he's going to get hit with a headshot from Mephi. FearX have got an opportunity, 3 versus 3, but Asfi finds Nova. Mephi low health. This is going to be tough to hold on, but they've only got 10 seconds to grasp as tight as they can, but the grasp is loosening. Turd manages to find Mephi. It's all up to Rin. 1v3. Cut down by Turd, and that is it. Manpower in the first 30 seconds, really not ideal. Here goes Mephi though, manages to pick up 1, and they're not quick enough here, Bleed. There was an opportunity there to make some space, and that's exactly what Turd is going to do. He's going to try to move in along with Mentalist, who uses the skeleton key to get the kill as he comes around the corner, shut down by Goodboy in an immediate trade though. 3 versus 3, 30 seconds left to go, and in a big point to their credit, FearX still had Pillar, but Goodboy has been forced away. He's had to retreat down highway. He's still going to try to hold on to rear stage stairs, but all the way back into Freezer he goes, and this is good from FearX. They're just conceding ground only when they have to, but they're taking bodies as they do. 2 versus 3, 9 seconds left to go. Hoven tries to get 1, finds the other. He knows where there's 1 at elbow. 2 versus 1, 1 second. Hoven has to hold this plant. And FearX come around the corner looking for the kill, but no, Turd is there! And that's going to be the first.
Start to mount and build. Reaps. As much as he loves T3 on the attack, he loves it on the defense as well. That's where he found himself, but he's been caught out quite nicely. Lead defenders back and give himself a little bit of room to work with. But time's running a little bit strange in this one. It's really sort of caught up with us. Bit of a drop comes through. Rin's on for a double as Hoven unfortunately suffers a team kill as he takes his teammate Mentalist out there. 2 versus 5.
They've lost the blitz, but really FearX have got everything that they need to do here. They don't need that shield to push in and create space anymore because they've got it. They've got the man advantage. Demic is going to be able to put this diffuser down. Very difficult for Bleed to be able to do anything. Every angle should be covered, and it is. Hoven taken down as he tries to swing the bomb chassis. Turd is locked inside a freezer. He's just trying to get anything going. He hits plenty of shots into Demic, but ultimately Demic only needs to find one in return.
Come down slow. Desperately trying. And he can just himself away immediately.
Taken out. Again, Tuberau can be particularly powerful, keeping those hatches closed, can burn away a good chunk of time. The Maverick ban pretty much, it doesn't draw out the case that you need. Demic up inside of Dirt could be a real big factor here later in the round. Rin is going to take out Asfi as the drop comes in. There's the kill from Good Boy. Demic doesn't even need to stray out of Dirt yet, and that's why I say it's important, because he's giving this security to that Warden that's playing in that power position in the corner. 5 versus 3, and Bleed's initial attempt towards site really hasn't worked out.
And all the utility they've spent to do it has kind of just gone to waste. You had all the Candelas available, you had some Capitao, you died as an Ossa because you had just peeked the wrong direction. Reed's going to try and salvage something, but that's all it ever...
Mostly. The Thatcher, of course, is going to be able to stop the stuns, the electricity coming in from the shield, but it might not be enough.
Rin is actually going to de-shield and go for the pistol here. He's only briefly going to go for that option. His teammate Nova has been taken out here. He's just going to try and turn his back, but Hoven going to find lead.
You know, they're just playing this absolutely textbook. They've got the breach, they've got the catwalk, they've opened up there, they've got control of Lounge with Hoven down there. They've an opportunity to plant. They're not going to need to, but they had all the people left.
And still 10 players alive. Still with a bit of utility kicking around as well. Mephi, you've got to try and back up out of that, but you're never going to outrun. The next one through. There's a drone working for him here. He knows about the FNAT. Try and push the way through there, but it's all turned on the windows right now. 20 seconds left to go, but still an entry needs to be found. And Rin, Demic, they're going to start shutting things down here. Quick, sharp. Reaps. Solo survivor, 15 seconds. FearX held on beautifully. It's Rin that's the one that you really want to be watching right now. He's going to make his rotation up and find himself a freebie onto Hoven like a thief in the night.
Blue here, Good Boy has moved into that position as I suggested, and he's still going to be trying to hold on to Blue. It's going to be difficult to move because, of course, of his own gadget, but Reaps manages to find the kill onto him. That could be the key for Bleed. The last problem that they face, really, is going to be Demic inside of Dirt. He could well have a say in this last 20 seconds.
The problem is this time, they've not got the Yings, they've not got the Candelas, you've taken the Warden out, and you have got stuns and flashes to try and make something happen with Mentalist. He's going to be trying to push through on the Otter Shield. He's got Turd backing him up here. He needs to win this engagement. Asfi and Turd are both going to win their ones. Leaves Demic with it all to do. The plant was going down there. Hoven primed, ready, and waiting, looking to cut these players across, but there's information on him. They know he's there. He gets one onto Rin. It was very scrappy. He's going to activate his knock gadget and hide away from the camera because he knows that he was caught there with that pre-fire coming around. There is only one reason that they know, or one way that they know he is there. They're all going to rinse people off the cameras for the time being. A Mentalist, he's going to smash Good Boy to the ground there, getting him taken out. Asfi can now start to try and get this plant down. Will the Yokai get there in time? Yes, it will. The Dopamine call, it was a bit too early, and now the Diffuser's called on site. 2 kills come for Novi, but Mentalist trades it out.
Big part of the problem here could be that early death of Reaps on the IQ, so the Yokais are difficult to pick up. Hover manages to find it, but he trades his life as Mephi is there for the kill whilst he's looking up at the ceiling. Mentalist, he's got 10 seconds to chase him down. Mephi, he's just running. He finds the feet. He finds the kill.
Demic is going to be successful there on the trick. Bit of a rookie mistake. You've lost an Thermic. You have also lost an ace, Selma, and an ace. As Good Boy picks himself up too. Not only that, you've lost the Thatcher. The whole kit and caboodle are getting hard walls open has just been ripped away right there.
I'm going to make a prediction. That wall's not getting opened. That's not going to happen. They've lost their EMPs. They've only got 1 exothermic charge left. Reaps gets an absolute freebie onto Good.
To see that Bleed are starting to try and salvage a bit of a push here. That bulletproof won't be shootable from the outside. You won't be able to get the angle onto the side, but you might not need it if Reaps just pushes on in, finds one before being traded. This is the advantage that FearX have got. They can trade 1 for 1 all day because they have the advantage right now.
Manages to pick up another Rimfan's third on the window. He's tried to play Gym window last time around as well. Got one then, but didn't manage to make too much of an impact. Mentalist looking to push in behind the flash, but is going to be cut down by Demic, and that is the 4-2 half that FearX were looking for.
It's still going to be a horrible engagement. As soon as Nova gets black, he could just choose to push through, and that's exactly what he does. Immediately rinsed, though, by Mentalist, as Mentalist came to back up his teammate. Good Boy now going to try and throw some flashes down of his own, but he's lost his big pushing power. Rin, the next player to fall. Asfi takes a swing, full white flashed, and will be punished for it, but still an advantage remains for Bleed.
I love that from Mentalist, just such heads-up play. Knows that the push is coming down dirt, so he goes and backs his man up, finds a double in there, and that really breaks the back of
ideal line of sight open because they've got the long line open. They haven't got the short line. They're now going to try and open up into shower, but even that won't be successful. A slew of kills as Mephi, he just takes the bull by the horns there, Ace, and picks himself too.
That's great. That's exactly what they needed. Somebody to just go in and create a little bit of space. Reaps manages to fight back with 1 onto Rin. 3 versus 3 as Turd picks up Good Boy. And this is all falling apart a little bit for FearX here. Mephi went in and created some space, but they can't get much more until Nova finds Hoban. It's all up to Reaps and Turd. Just trying to rotate around here. Maybe Turd trying to get himself into logistics, but no, he hits the 180 and he's going to go back into sight. They tried for the plan, but they didn't stick it. However, they double up on main stairs. Nova, Demic, 1 apiece. And
maybe this is the round where they just try something a little bit different. Mephi, going to try and stun himself in. He got a glimpse there and he's going to find him through the smoke. Mephi, he can now charge his way up main stairs. Look at the confidence that he's moving with here. Asfi going to find one onto Demic, but Mephi can't be stopped. He's going to pick himself up a third if he's not careful, and there it is.
4 versus 2 now as FearX have taken ground, taken lives, and they could be about to take themselves onto a map point. Mentalist just trying to hold on for dear life instead of showers. He's being supported by Reaps. He's backed up, but Rin finds him. Immediate trade, 1v2, shut down by Nova, and that's going to be FearX.
For at least the next 20 seconds. Nova, he's going to stun himself down and allow Mephi to push on through. We've got a bit of sense action coming on here as well, but Mephi is going to fall there to the C4. Turd is downed in sight, but still, this is firm advantage Bleed, as Nova is the only player left surviving. He can pick up the diffuser, but what can he do? No one's even dealt with the FNAT team. It's still active up there.
Yeah, I think again, just FearX, you know, Ying obviously super popular, but we've seen plenty of the Blitz play from FearX. It's usually Nova that's on the Blitz. This time it's going to be Demic. They are ready to go here. They're just going to try and rush this one over the line. Mephi, he's just going to explode on into sight. Here he goes, but no, cut down by Asfi. Hoban finds Mephi, and it's all falling apart for FearX as Bleed. They hold on fantastically well. A double from Mentalist leaves us in a 5v1 with a failed rush on the hands of FearX.
2 minutes here, and you can only hope that it's been good for them, because there is, of course, the very real possibility that Bleed is sat there going the same. Bleed aren't sat there right now going, I wonder where he's coming from. Can you hear anything? Have you got this cam? Who's watching? With 55 seconds left to go, it's a very one-dimensional across the player, all until Good Boy, he's going to reposition. Asfi is going to find a nice opening kill there onto Rin, removing that Hibana, but Turd on the flank could be devastating, and he's going to find one for free.
They've just not picked up on him at any point in Dirt Tunnel or elsewhere, and he has now really hurt them. It's not just about the kill, it's the fact that they know that he is on that cash side. They have to push forward. There's 28 seconds, the time dictates that, but they're going to be able to do nothing about Turd, and they know that he's a constant danger. There's one on main stairs, everything's stacking up against them, but Meffy manages to find one. Asfi and Reaps, however, they find two.
But he should really wait for his FNAT here until he makes the killer move. The FNAT, of course, is going to mess Meffy up a little bit here, and he won't be able to see too clearly through that. And Asfi can swing easy as you like. Good Boy will get one in the meantime, though, and Hot Drop comes through, but immediately dealt with Mentalist. He's in the hot seat here. A C4 goes out. Surely he'll find one. No, just a ton of damage over onto Good Boy. Good Boy will find one onto Reaps, though, leveling things out, and he's going to actually try and get the plant down here, Tim.
I don't know how good the cover's going to be. Rin is in the perfect position on the hatch, but they just need to move themselves around. There's the kill that they needed. Mentalist finding Rin, and Mentalist finding another. I picked up on Mentalist on the Warden, in by it.
Going to pop his own mirror window there just to give another little option later on into the round. The first down will come through. It hasn't been converted just yet, but Good Boy is unlikely to be recovered. And it's going to be Hobbin that credits him with that kill. Rin with an extremely aggressive jump out there. Turd's fortunate that he had the foresight to put a Claymore down for that one.
Yeah, certainly got the job done for him. 4 versus 3 now, 30 seconds left to go. And this is as good an opportunity as Bleed are likely to get on the attack. They don't want to see this go to 15. They want it now. Nova takes a ton of damage, and Bleed can smell the blood in the water. They're circling like sharks. They're picking up one after another, and there's the final kill. Aspi onto Nova, and Bleed. They take us to Chalet as these two keep battling against each other. Very much focused around delay tactics. We've seen a lot on bank, delaying those hatches being opened. Here, I'm looking towards basement, thinking about, you know, all the breaches that you want.
The floor, see if he can get an accurate pinpoint as to where this player is. Isn't going to be quick enough. Reaps instead will find an opener.
As well. So still work for Bleed to do here. FearX are able to keep holding on. The flash comes in. The prediction of the push towards the window. Just going to deploy that keeper barricade in time, but Turd manages to find Nova. 5 versus 3 now. Bleed can start using the manpower, but what a beauty from Meffy. Just picking up Hoven at the main door, saying you will not enter the building.
Reaps has really pushed his way through here. He's now got to Ivy double. Can start to further this press, and Mentalist is going to join him now and see if there's anyone that they can try and pinch. Gets an immediate trade down as Asfi finds one as well. Rin, is he going to try and make this longer, arduous push up the fireplace stairs? No, instead gets himself back to site, but the death mark is immediately upon him.
Back it up if you're not going to follow it through. You can't spend in that utility for no return. Demic manages to pick an opener up, taking down Turd. That's the Deimos off as well. We know how impactful Deimos can be in the late round, so that could be a big loss for Bleed.
Mentalist just having a little bit of a skirmish there. He's going to take a few points of damage, but it's Reaps again. Down there could be information. We've still got Maestro cameras knocking about, so there's a very good chance that he will be called out. Nova, he's going to be able to take Reaps down there on that Maestro.
Really big kill there from Nova. It can be a tough position to hold Campiano. He's got the keeper barricade to help him, but just manages to cover that swing on Ivy Door, and who else better to take down? We've said already how impactful Reaps has been, not just today, but yesterday as well. Having a fantastic tournament so far, and every round that you can get him off the board is going to be a bonus for your team if you're FearX. So real big play from Nova. Rin manages to pick up Hoven. You said Rin has gone undetected, has been able to move around freely so far. Does exactly that, comes back up, hits on the long angle. Beautiful kill, 15 seconds left to go, and Bleed are just going to have to push this. Mentalist looks to find one. It's likely to be a meaningless exit kill as he tries to push around the corner.
But it's all about, do Bleed know that? It seems like they do. Turdska's got himself in there. He does obviously still see the vision blockers, but he's got a bit of information to suggest he's probably on his own right now. There's still a lot of work to do if they're just going to try and brute force this hatch.
Nova's going to find Hoven, and that is perfect for FearX as time is ticking down. 25 seconds left to go. Bleed are just going to have to send this at a point. They're going to have to go in. They haven't cleared out Pillar yet. That's going to be a big danger. The positive thing for them is that hatch at the minute. They can use that, but they could really do with the extra gun downstairs. Demic, he manages to find one, does he? No, gets taken out. Turd and Asfi one apiece. They really needed something out of Demic there, FearX. 5 seconds left to go. Asfi, he can get this down. Turd is there on the cover as it comes around. He can't find his man though, surely. That is the round. What an important fight there.
He's got himself just onto the lower portion of those library stairs. We're going to see the bees sent in now as well, as Good Boy takes a good few points of damage. What do they know about Mephi? Well, they certainly do now. He's been caught out on the drone, but he's single-handedly stopped them from repelling in. Is he going to be able to find the kill? No, runs out of ammo! A 1-for-1 there as Nova swings onto Aspi. Bleed were going for a 3-2-1 there, and Nova eventually will be taken on out. A class kill from Turd as he takes the head off Good Boy, leaving us in a 4 versus 2.
That was a second of a double for Turd up on the top floor, and what just a 3-2-1 moment that has been from Bleed, just to all push in at the same time, aggress, take that top floor control, and it leaves Rin trying to work back up. The timing just not with them at the minute as they look to pick up that kill but are unable, just moving around away to behind the corner, and there's an opportunity now for Hogan to get that diffuser down, exactly what he's going to try to do.
Getting in and starting to rip open a little bit of that floor. The hatch is actually fully reinforced as well, so there was never really any intention to play in there from FearX. Instead, they were going to try and play elsewhere, but that hasn't really worked out for him too well either. Look at Hoven's positioning right now. There's a chance he tries to get the plant down here.
Just picked up a big double walking in there, and that's Turd backing him up as well with one onto Rin. Bleed looking like they're going to take round 5 with a minute and a half left on the clock. The diffuser's already planted, and Mephi is having to fight back in. But if you remember, I said at the beginning of things how powerful that Deimos becomes at the end, and yes, he may well have got over. Didn't really have an opportunity to peek around. I don't think he knows that Mentalist has gone here. He's still very concerned about the potential of that blitz, and right now, Mentalist is just taking a nuisance of himself. He's clearing utilities, pushing everybody and anybody, but it hasn't worked out as they've managed to stand up to him really well in blue, but the kills come in elsewhere. Turd and Reaps, how many times are we going to say their name? They're just getting kill after kill after kill at the minute and keeping Bleed on top of things. 3 versus 2, and there comes the Deimos scans again to make it more and more difficult.
Reaps has found 3 in the round here. You've got to question the play from Mephi there. He's gone ahead of the Kiba barrier, he's gone ahead of the Vulcan shield, and I guess so's Good Boy to a degree. Really giving themselves away quite softly. And look at how much time's left. There's nearly a minute on the clock here. You've got Turdster, he's got the Deimos waiting to go. He's just waiting for that thing to charge up, and he can send it on toward Demic. And Demic, there's not much that you can do, mate. There's no mute in play, you can't hide away. You are going to be exposed, and that information is going to be exchanged. The Vendetta, it is going to rip through the Kiba barricade. Demic, full white flash right now. It's a matter of time, surely. You can see the crossfires coming in there.
The game, there's 3 of them off site at the minute. They could just go in here and look to get a plant down. Nova's going to rush in with the blitz. He's looking to just make a nuisance of himself inside a wine. Really what he's doing is he's buying time for Demic, and that has been achieved. Demic gets the job done. He gets out, and now Mephi can hold with the glass. That's a great plant from FearX.
Fantastic. They just need to retreat back now and get themselves to a pocket of safety. Reaps has a chance here, but he's just going to get taken out. Aspi, he takes Mentalist down in the toxic smoke. There's only so much of a wall you can build with those Kiba barricades. You've got to be looking the right way. Good Boy picks himself up too. C4 as he's getting tracked as well right now. He's essentially playing a position where he knows he is going to be taken out. It's just a matter of how much can he take with him, and the answer so far is 1 headshot onto Rin. Turd finishes Nova off. Hoven joins the party. This could be a flawless right now. Good Boy, the mirror window's been smashed from the other side. It's beautiful. He gets downed as well, and Demic taken on out. A flawless round for Bleed. What a way to respond. Challenge onto that, just destroy that Kiba as soon as it's placed down. Mentalist, he's going to try and deal with this himself, but where are you looking, pal? That's not only giving an opening pick, but a chance for Rin to hack the...
dislodge anybody yet. They haven't managed to disrupt this Bleed team. They haven't been able to push them around, but the Otter might just be able to help them do that.
Well, the Oster isn't going to do much helping, but the shield might do. The shield is placed down inside a trophy, but Hoven picking one up onto Mephi. Bleed have responded quite well. Demic now going to try and stun out and see if he can hop himself in. He's actually full white flashed himself on the way as Turd. He takes down Rim. Demic has been allowed to get onto these solar stairs, but what's he going to be able to do from this position? Very quickly, he's left in a 1 versus 4. He knows where 1 is upstairs. Hoven just tucked in there to Master. With that information being called, there's only one place that he can go right now. He either goes up or he goes down. Picks up a nice headshot there onto Hoven, but that's all it was ever going to be. Once they get into phase 2, it's a level playing field again.
Here we go then, we're a minute in, we haven't had any kills yet. It's going to be a top floor hold from Bleed, and as I say that, Asfi opens it up. Hoven, Asfi, they have gone big at the beginning of the round, and it looks like it could be all but done. It's going to take an absolutely gargantuan effort for FearX here to bring themselves back into it. 2 versus 5, they haven't even really got themselves inside of the map X. I said that maybe we'd see one of these teams just lose that momentum a little bit as time goes on, and it's FearX that look like they've suffered to that. Bleed, major advantage now, 5 versus 2. After losing to SSG to drop down to the lower bracket, they are on the verge of heading through to phase 2. Reaps, who else picks up the kill onto Nova, and it's all up to Demic.
Demic on the glass, got a lot of work to do, a whole minute and 5 players to go up against. You get the feeling he might not get past the first, but no, takes Hoven down nicely. That's location given away though, and there's plenty of runouts and things available for him to use here. Bleed are going to get it done. Reaps to finish things off.